Hey guys, and welcome back to day 23 of Apollyon single/server player series. Um, Between yesterday and today, I installed a second boiler, and basically it's all the same setup. You've seen me do it before. It's got the thing in the back here, and it's just sitting here getting some charcoal from the wood farm and producing steam. I doubled basically all of my power production. Um, so I have two steam turbines. I made the whole thing again, and I have doubled my um, steam dynamos here. So I have 18 of them now, and then two of these. So I'm still not producing as much power as I could use for this the drill out here, but it's doing a little better. Also, the quarry actually did really well. It did so well that I decided to go do it again. I converted a lot of the stuff into blocks because I was running out of room. So I have a lot more stuff now, as you can see. So it's kind of exciting. So now I can start to do stuff that I maybe couldn't before. The other thing that was weird is when you hit like some roots, I think are in the Twilight Forest stuff, it'll actually turn them into sticks. So I actually, my entire, everything was just full of sticks everywhere. So it was rather hard to set up. But I also went and moved it. I made it two chunks bigger and off to the side here. Let me switch down real quick, so I can show you how it made out. So this is the original one that you saw me dig, and then I just dug one right next to it so I didn't have to move everything. So it was pretty easy. It just digs it out pretty quick. These things I actually probably should shut off at this point, because they'll actually drain power even though they're not on. So I'll let them finish what they have and go from there. But anyhow, today I think I'm going to work on some applied energistics. And if you don't know what that is, applied energistics is a mod that it's techie. It's kind of the way that it stores. The way that it stores the items, instead of being chest driven, it's data driven. So let's take a look. Applied Energistics. It's not a huge mod. They don't have doesn't have a ton of stuff, but the stuff that it does have are pretty incredible. I think it's a lot of fun for me because it simplifies a lot of your searching, and it makes it easier. So basically, you start by taking the ME controller, and the ME controller is made up of this and these Fluix crystals. And the Fluix crystal is a nether quartz, redstone, and your normal Certus crystal. You take one of those. This is like the brain of the unit, and you also need these ME advanced processors. The advanced processor is cooked up from the advanced. So what is this? ME advanced processor, and this is just an advanced processor assembly. And you could do, I think you could do this two ways, but it looks like there's only the one pattern in here. I'm pretty sure you used to be able to do it in the assembly table, but basically you need this quartz cutting tool, a diamond, some redstone, and this silicone. So the quartz crystal is just an iron with the two either quartz, Sirius quartz, or nether quartz, and then the silicon is the quartz crystal or the quartz dust cooked up. So it's pretty simple. So I'm actually going to make a bunch of those real quick, so that I'm just going to make 64 of them, because I know eventually you use them in everything. So I'll cook those up, and then let me see. I didn't get very many diamonds from that, although I did, like, what did I end at, like 10 or something? So I got like 35 diamonds, which is pretty good. I definitely got a lot of lappies out of it, which I like a lot. But I think I'd like to get this going and then probably move the quarry, or maybe even make a new world. I know that PaprPl8 was really excited about trying to make these trains work, to deliver all the materials and maybe do the oil and stuff with them, but who knows. The other thing I wanted to tell you is I think I'm going to even do a third. I haven't decided yet, but I might do even a third boiler, or maybe a fourth boiler, because we have a ton of wood. We almost have 1 million pieces of wood. I know, it's crazy, right? I forgot to shut this off. Let me... the sheep keep getting sheared because I just added a... So I also added an autonomous actuator up here, and what that actually is doing right now is throwing the eggs, because I've been getting so many eggs, it just stopped the whole system. So I'm taking those out of there. I stopped putting them in here because I don't know what I'm going to use eggs for, and just started throwing the egg at the ground. So you can see that it threw a lot of eggs. So it's just when you put, here I'll show you real quick. When you put an egg in there, it'll right click it. Sorry, I right clicked there because I was talking about it. It'll right click the egg and throw it at the ground. So it'll just throw the egg. See, it's throwing them off to the left here. There it goes, broke one. So I just figured it was a quick and easy way of getting rid of the eggs that are getting sucked up into this thing to make sure there's no backlog. So anyway, let me get some stuff together, and I'll be right back. The one thing I didn't get in my quarry, which I was hoping to get, was nether quartz. So I'm going to just run out here and grab a few of them. I know there are a whole bunch of tendrils, or whatever these things are called, throughout here. So hopefully I can just grab a bunch of these and be done with it. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Yeah, I got a lot of experience for just getting the, however many stacks this is of nether quartz. So I'm just going to let this drain. There we go. And here we go. So, to make, the first thing I'm going to need to make is this quartz cutting knife. So, that is made like this. Oops. With a little bit of, right there, and then 2 of these. Gives you 1 quartz cutting knife. And so you take that quartz cutting knife. So I'm going to need an ME controller. I'm just going to go straight to the disk drive. You can also use pattern, or not a pattern decoder. It is a ME chest somewhere. I haven't looked through here. An ME chest. And what that does, and what a disk drive and an ME chest does, is basically a disk drive is like 10 ME chests. It's not that big of a deal, but basically you can store these 1K storage. I think there's 4K. Then there's 8K. I haven't looked through them in a while. And 16K. And 64K. So I think let's just well, either way, I'll show you when I get to them. Basically, they hold more items. You can see it'll hold up to 16 or up to 63 different types of items, and the bigger they are, the more items they'll hold. I don't think it's necessarily a 1-to-1 ratio, but it might be as far as bytes per items. So first, let's start with this, and I'll cut this guy up here. And that was this. Oh, I don't have any redstone on me. Alrighty, so we got some redstone, a diamond, and a quartz crystal. Quartz crystal? What was it? No, I forget. So, the silicone. Right. So, I think I'm going to need a few of these. So, there's that one. So, the ME storage drive needs 2 gold ones, which are the same thing, just with gold. Okay. So, and then I'm going to need an access terminal, and I'm going to need a crafting terminal, I think, and then something else. Crafting monitor I'm going to make eventually. Okay, so I guess this is just it for now. Now, I'm going to throw these in here for now, because I just need to get rid of my inventory. So, where did that go? Oh, there it is. Now you just cook it up. And so I'm going to need 2 of the gold ones. So I'll grab 2 gold, do the same thing, and then 2 redstone. There's my 2 gold ones. Cook those 2 up. While I'm waiting for that, I'll make this guy. So now you have an MA crafting table. It's flux quartz. So you need quartz crystal like that. I should have not put all of them in here. But okay, so now I think you need that for the cables too. Oh no, you just need the dust, which is each of them in a dust. Okay, so I need quartz. Yep, okay. Like so. I'm just going to make 4 of them for now, because I don't know for sure. Oh, it was right here. What was on the outside? Iron. So now we have an ME controller. So an ME controller can take... I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it, because it can take industrial craft power. So I think I'm just going to put it... See, once I put it down, all of these are going to be completely, like, useless. Because all of this is going to get stored into one little tiny drive. So maybe I will... Did I throw it in here? Just move this for right now. Or whatever. And I'm going to put it, the crafting terminal, or the ME terminal, I'm just going to put, I mean, all of this is going to be completely gone. I'll just put it here. So once you get power, it'll hook up to everything, and this is how you basically run it. But you can run it off of Minecraft Jewels. Huh. I thought it could run off of anything, but I might be wrong. Let me just stick it on here. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. No, I guess it works. Yeah, it looks like it works. 800 Minecraft Jewels seems like a lot. But anyhow, so after that, you will need an access terminal, and an access terminal uses it like this. The new things are going to be these 8 cables. The flux dust is just nether quartz dust, and the other one. So can I pulverize quartz dust? I certainly can. Where is it going? No. No. I wonder what it makes. It makes... That's kind of neat. So it makes the silicone stuff. Silicon, not silicone. Okay, well let me get some of the stuff set up, and I will be right. All right, I'm going to make all of that. Oh, I counted wrong. Alrighty, so now I have all the fluix dust. Now I need to make. Oh, that's actually really easy. That's not what I was expecting. For whatever reason. Grab a stack of that. Then this. And I think I have a chest somewhere, but I guess not. Alright, make a chest real quick. And so now we have the oh yeah, it was these two things, not so an ME drive is going to go right here. And I need, oops, I don't need that. Alright, so now we need the access terminal. We need the ME access terminal. So to get this, you need these ME cables, which are the Fluix dust and glass. So let's make a bunch of those because we're going to need it. I'm going to actually make all of the ones, all that I can. Still not quite enough. Alright, so probably going to need to make some more of that later. Now, the access terminal, it needs one of these, which is another gold thing and two. Alright, so the gold thing was, let's just make a few of these because I know I'm going to use them. With this, this, and this. Cook those up. Now, I think the rest of the pattern is, so I'm going to need a bunch of those. So I need to smash up some more of this. And while that's working, let's look and see what else I need. So I want a crafting terminal also. So I'm going to have to make two of those access terminals. And then a storage cell. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make either a 4K. Alright, so you see how these patterns are. What is the 16K? Is a storage block with storage segments, with storage cells. So I'm going to, again, set up the production line to do these. So I'll put the first one and then go on from there. So I'm actually going to have to make a bunch of these red ones up, huh? So let me get started on that. And then the storage cell just goes in here, and then you can put items directly into the system. But let me first do some. So Fluix dust is this, and this, and this. Alright, so now to make the access terminal, you need one of these, which is in this pattern. Of course not. Why would that work? Nope. Nope. Here. And what was the last part? Okay. I don't have any of those. That's why it didn't work. Silly me. Blaming it. It didn't do it. Alright, so here we go. Now we got that. We have this. So I'm going to need two of these. I don't know why I didn't just make two. Now, it was this, and then 4 in the corners. And then this and this. Okay, so there's those, and then that should be everything for 2. Alrighty. So what this is going to do is just allow you to access your network, but because we don't have anything stored in here, we can't actually put anything in here. Like, we have no storage cells. But basically, what you can do eventually is type in here, and then it'll find your items for you, and it'll keep track of them, and you can sort them in a bunch of different ways. I will... Let me get started on the production line for the storage cell, so I will be right back. Alright, I got my production line all set up, so I'm going to make 2 of them. So I need 18, I think I did my math right, so we'll see. 18 storage cells. Let's just make them all, and then you put them in here evenly. 6 of these, and then 2 of these, and then 2 of these, 2 16K storage cells. So now you could take these drives and shove them into your ME drive. So now I can hold a bunch of different stuff. So I can take and put things in here. See? And it'll just store them, and it'll just show you how many you have on there. So the next thing, actually I'm going to want a bunch of this stuff back, because I don't know what I have to make. There are a few different types of import and export to get into this system. I don't like that it's actually clearing this, but so you have to kind of think of these a little bit opposite. Well, depends on how you think about it. When I was first looking at it, I was thinking an import bus would take something from the system and bring it into whatever you're doing, but the import bus actually will pull things into the system. So you have to think of it as pulling things into the system, and then the export bus will export things out of the system. So I want to just grab an import bus, which is, there's a basic import bus, which is just pull anything in, and then there are the precision import buses, which you can specify some stuff. I'll explain more of that later when I actually need to use them. There are a few different things, but you've seen me make all of, or you've at least seen me make all of this stuff, or maybe not. So most of this stuff is all similar, so let me get all of this stuff ready, and I will be right back. Alrighty, I started the ME import bus, and I just picked up the chest over here, and it's slowly pulling stuff in. So that's not going to work for me. So I think you just break it like a normal... Can you break it this way? Yep. So just shift sneak clicking on there. So to make these... I have to get rid of this thing. Into a faster one. Where'd it go? Here it is. You add one of these basic processors, and it makes it into a precision import bus. So I think I can do this. And now you can change it. So it'll do stack moves, move single item at a time, move stacks of items at a time. So now it'll just clear out this chest. And now that chest is all stored in here. So I can get rid of it. Then I can grab another one. Portal gun for the win. So now you can see it's pulling all this stuff in, and then it's filling up these drives. It'll show you what it's been used and how many types. So there's 54 different types on this one, and 56 bytes used. And then I'll just keep doing this until I empty out my entire inventory. So I'll be back in a little while. Alright guys, I ran into a little bit of a problem. I filled these up with items relatively quick. I think it was my mistake for putting in the junk chest at first, but what I'm going to do is make 2 more of them, so hopefully I have enough stuff to do that. I'm going to stop cooking these for now. And I made 24 more of those, so I'm going to spend some time and make either the 16K one or a couple of 4K ones. I'm not really sure yet. I'll have to play around with them. So I will be right back. Alright, let's do this one more time. Oops, I'm going to make 3 of them, so I'm going to need 3 of these. I forgot that I was making 3 of them. Whatever. So I'm going to need more iron. Do. Alright, so 27 of these, 9 of these, 3 of these, and 3 of these. Hopefully that'll get me through a little bit of the rest of my... Oh, I moved it over a little bit because I was having issues because I want to put the a crafting terminal right here in the floor, and I couldn't do that with the cable right there, so I just moved it over one and then put that in there, so it would be easier. I'm actually going to do that now. So this has my cable in it, which I need 1 of to put down here, and then I'm going to put this here, face it up like you saw me do before, and then I can put these down here. So G to pick it up and G to set it down. So that's pulling everything out of here. So I'm going to get back to transferring stuff, and hopefully I don't run into any more issues, because I am running really short on quartz crystals. So hopefully these stay not so full. Alright, I'll be right back. Oh boy. So I filled it up again. I didn't think I had that many different items in here, but I didn't even get into like everything. So I am going to make another couple 16 gig or 16K storage units. I'm gonna actually make as many as I possibly can. So I'll be right back. Well, that's not bad, right? Got rid of all those chests with 3 blocks, basically. So you can see that I made 3 more, and the bottom 2 aren't necessarily getting full. So I didn't have, I mean, I had a bunch of different stuff, but I didn't have a ton of different things. So you're probably going to get away with, like, I'm only half filling any one of these. So you might get away with just the 4K ones. Although I'm using 8K, so I don't know. I would go with 16K if I were doing it again. The 64K ones were just way too expensive. I mean, I almost used all of my quartz. Like, I have very little of that left, and I have none of the dust left. So I don't know. It's hard to say what you should do, but so, and I used a lot of my whatever that is, my redstone. But now you can sort these. Right now it's sorted by item. I usually sort it by number, because I care more about the stuff that I have a higher number of usually. You can have it up and down. You can have craftable, stored and craftable, and then your search box. I'll get into that a little bit more probably in another day. But so the next thing I want to do is craft the crafting terminal, which is that access terminal, a storage cell, which you've seen me make, and then a crafting table. So all of this stuff is what you see me make, so let me grab it and I'll be right back. Well, actually, let me just do it. So I needed 4 iron, then some glass. Oops. Then the crafting, or the access terminal. And then, what was it? No, it's crafting. Arg. Okay, so I know I have a crafting bench in here. A crafting bench, and then what was in the middle of it? Crafting terminal is this storage cell, which is this. So let's look for ME basic processor. I think I got some over here. Okay, so I got some of that. So the ME basic processor was quartz and redstone. So now quartz. Alright, so grab that and make a, and then do this with this. Gives me a storage cell. Alright, and then storage cell, this, oh, no, this, there we go, and that gives us an ME crafting table, or crafting terminal. I'm going to put it straight down, just because, I don't know, I like doing that. But now, you can craft things in here. So, if I search for ME cable, I'll get a list here, and then I can do this. And it'll put what I have in there. So it'll make, and then it'll use it. So I can just make some, and it won't use up what I have in there. So it's kind of a cool little crafting window. But for right now, I think that about wraps up today. I'm gonna, between today and tomorrow, clean up this area. I might move this downstairs and just put the crafting terminals up here, so that that's the only thing that's really visible. But I don't know yet. I haven't really decided where I'm going to move stuff around. The other big thing that I'm going to have to do is run these cables downstairs and control my input, because basically I need to replace all of my piping down here so that the AE stuff will control it. It's not too hard, but it's a little bit time consuming. So this is something I'll save for tomorrow. Anyhow, this is Apollyon saying see you tomorrow.